We keep on moving, we keep on moving along, we keep on rolling. No, we ain't slowing it down. We ain't slowing down. Moving, we keep on moving along, we keep on rolling. Yeah, no, we ain't slowing it down. Let's go. We ain't slowing down, baby. Come and show me how. Gotta do it right now. You know you gotta hold me down. Can I let the moment pass? Good things they never last. Pull up in a whip, you know I had to hit the gas. Yeah, that's premium. Pull up with a team and them ain't worried about the other side. They know that they ain't beating them on everything I love. Word to the man above. Keep it cool, calm, collected. At this point, you get the message. Life is hectic, but we gotta keep it rolling, though. Gotta keep it grooving, keep it moving like we stole it, though. Rolling with the punches, giving hits like we are in a scope. Even though I'm clocking, punching in, I'm independent, though. Staying prayed up, ain't nothing gon' phase us. Ain't never gon' let a lame say what they just made up. I never take a pay cut, we getting what we worth in. I never change the blueprint, cause we know it's really working. Moving, we keep on moving along. Keep it moving, keep it rolling. No, we ain't slowing it down. Never slowing down, never moving. We keep on moving along. Keep it moving, keep it rolling. No, we ain't slowing it down. Never gonna lose it. Cause we in it for the movement. If I'm lying, then I'm flying. Don't play into their amusement. If we trying, we ain't dying. Never sleep, never sleep, never. The moment that you rest your head, they think they can't compete. If you gotta skip steps, then the plan is not complete. Get your reps in, get your reps in, get your. Never rest on a past success. You gotta love what you do if you tryna be the best. Moving, we keep on moving along. Keep it moving, keep it rolling. Never slowing down, never moving. We keep on moving along. Keep it moving, keep it rolling. Keep it rolling, keep it moving. We ain't never gonna lose it.
Who's been to Epstein Island, mate? Oh yes, here we are again. It's Thursday. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are and whatever you're doing in the world. I hope you're having a good day. I hope everything is well with you. And first of all, a couple of people straight into the chat there. Too Shy is here, everyone. Oh yes, how you doing, Too Shy? And the wonderful, beautiful, very clever, swan-like Beth Gish is here, everyone. Yes, when you know, you know. Anyway, so how have we all been? Have we all been good today? I hope we have. What have I been up to? I'm still banned on X. Still suspended on X, you know what I mean? I know, how weird. I got an email this morning and it said that I after review, my account was open again, right? And then I came downstairs, looked at X on the computer, and it said, your account is suspended. And then I looked, and I had another email, and they'd suspended it again. Too many laughs, too many. Elon, what are you doing? But apparently there are others that are also suspended on X, so it looks like I'm in good company, to be fair. Oh, let me just adjust this. I don't know if the audio's all right. Tell me if it's not any good. Yeah, so where are we in the world today? Well, it's all starting again, isn't it? It's all starting again. So we'll start with the first one. We'll get the ball rolling. Oil prices skyrocket as Trump's lies stack up. Yes, oh yes, wonderful. We're all going to be paying more again at the pumps, no doubt, so the looks of it. So what do we got? What are they saying? 5x5 says Beth with the audio. Thank you very much for Beth Gish. Oil prices spiked to over $100 a barrel on Thursday morning after two Saudi oil tankers in the Red Sea were attacked. The Houthi militia group claimed responsibility for the incidents, even though a year ago President Donald Trump said the group no longer wanted to fight in the region after a US bombing campaign. And that works out right then, didn't it? The Houthis said they had attacked the two ships with drones and missiles, alleging that the vehicles were violating a blockade of waters in the region. Apparently, I think if it's is it the Red Sea? Apparently, if it is, that's like Saudi Arabia's main export route. and it looks like they're going to close it. I don't know. It's just, I mean, what's going on? I mean, anyway, in a Truth Social post, Trump said he would hold Iran responsible for the Houthi attack and that he was very disappointed with their actions. Trump wrote that until the bombing, the Houthis had acted very professionally and smart in recent months, and this was a departure from that behaviour. Last May, following US bombing attacks on Houthi assets, Trump proclaimed that the group said that they don't want to fight anymore. He added, "They just don't want to fight, and we will honour that, and we will stop the bombings, and they have capitulated." The Houthi actions would seem to undermine Trump's triumphant remark. Once again, oh, Nazulium is here, everybody! How you doing, Nazulium? I hope you like my Trump impression. It's not the best, is it? It's not the best. It's a laugh, isn't it? Last May, following US bombing attacks on Houthi assets, Trump proclaimed that the group said that they don't want to fight anymore. Did I just read this? I've just read that, and I... Oh yeah, I just read it. Shush, it's warm, it's hot in here. Trump has made these sorts of statements a hallmark of his foreign policy. After he launched attacks against Iran, he and Secretary of Defense Pete Hegseth insisted that Iran's capacity to wage war had been severely degraded and that the country's military had been disseminated. But since those proclamations, Iran has hit US forces and facilities owned by America's regional allies. The Red Sea attacks, yeah, it was the Red Sea. That was all right, I remembered it. I remembered it was the Red Sea, so, you know what I mean? It's not all bad, is it? Not all bad, when you can sort of remember bits like that. Anyway, shut up. Simple Machine turned teen to piss. The Red Sea attacks are the latest development in a constantly escalating, dangerous situation. Not only has the fight between the US and Iran led to deaths from both countries and severe damage to Iranian infrastructure, but global energy markets and economies have been shaken by the surge in fuel costs. The Trump administration has been unable to explain to the public or Congress the full cost of the war, what the goals are, and what, if any, endgame is in mind. Brilliant. What a strategy. What a brilliant, what a 5D chess player Trump really is. I'm the best chess player. 5D chess. I'm the best in the world, yes. When it comes to chess, I am the best. Better than anyone. Ask anyone. I'm the best. What's going on? What? It's just all too much to bear, isn't it? And especially the cost. We're all going to have that's going to be too much to bear, I'll tell you. Opinion polling has shown consistent opposition to Trump's actions from the start. A new Politico poll released on Wednesday shows that support is falling even among Trump's MAGA base. In May, 50% of self-identified MAGA Republicans said the war should continue even if it increases domestic costs. That figure is now down to 37% of MAGA voters, because they're feeling the pinch, no doubt. Republicans running for office in this year's midterm elections have been worried that voters will punish them for rising costs caused by the Iran war and Trump tariffs. There was some sense of relief when talk of a ceasefire emerged, but the escalating conflict is a reminder that voters are angry and will blame the party in power who refuses to keep the leader of their party in check. Yeah, well, what can you do? What are we all gonna do? You know what I mean? $100 a barrel. You know what happens when it goes to 120, or if it goes? Because they're saying, these experts are actually saying, gun is here, everybody. I thought that was Nazulium. Gun is here. Sorry, Gun, I didn't see you sneaking. I didn't see you there, mate. 5D checkers more like, says Gun. Yeah, isn't it? It's just, it's off the scale, this stuff. I think it's something to do with those people that were on Epstein's Island. I think it might have something to do with all that. Who went to Epstein's Island, mate?
Everyone!
Oh, yeah, everyone. And there's a fly. Everyone went there, didn't they? Everyone. And we still haven't seen that, have we? I haven't forgotten. I haven't forgotten about the Epstein files. No, I won't forget ever. Not ever, ever, ever. Not ever. And then so we got this one next. Yemen's Houthis attack Saudi tanker as US launches more Iranian strikes. Yeah, all good. It's all lovely, isn't it, in the world still? Jacqueline is here, everybody. How you doing, Jacqueline? I hope you're having a nice day. I hope everything's good in your world. And I hope you ain't got to drive around too much with the fuel prices going up again very soon. So, yeah, what do we got? What do we got here? Yemen's Iranian-backed. They're backed by the Iranians, you know. It's like the Israelis are backed by the Americanos. Is that how they speak about them like that? You know, the Israelis that are backed by the USA. Is that how do they word it like that with them? Or do they? I don't know. I don't think they do they? Anyway, Yemen's Iranian-backed Houthi movement. This is the BBC, of course. So you got to, you know. When you know, you know. Movement has said its forces attacked 2 Saudi oil tankers in the Red Sea that had violated its blockade of Saudi ports as the US carried out a 12th consecutive night of strikes on Iran. Dear. I wonder when they're going to run out of bombs and stuff. You know what I mean? But see, that is, again, weren't Iran supposed to be done with? Weren't they supposed to be finished off already? The official Saudi news agency confirmed that 1 tanker was hit late on Wednesday, causing a fire. US President Donald Trump warned the Houthis on Thursday that if they did so again, the US would inflict a major military punishment upon both them and Iran. They're already bombing Iran. How much worse is it going to get? Iran's Islamic Revolutionary Guard Corps warned the UK that any base used to attack it was a legitimate target, following reports that US long-range B-1 bombers used in the strikes on Iran overnight had flown out of RAF Fairford in Gloucestershire. See, we've got a new Prime Minister who was elected on a shoestring, right? No mandate, no general election, banana republic that we're in. And one of the first thing he does is he says, yeah, carry on bombing Iran from Britain. And the Iranians now are saying it. They're saying, you know, we could become a legitimate target for them. Have they got sleeper cells in this country? Well, I would have thought so, with the amount of people that are here that necessarily shouldn't be, and even the people in numbers from abroad that are here legally. I mean, who exactly are all these people? I don't know. Obviously, I don't know. But yeah, so then you know, is it going to start kicking off over here? Are we going to start seeing little terrorism bits going off over here? Or is it terrorism or is it retaliation? See, obviously, our media would call it and our government would call it terrorism. But is it terrorism if they're retaliating against American fighter planes with bombs, killing loads of their people and destroying their world? Is that retaliation or is that terrorism? I suppose it depends what part of the chair you're sitting on, I guess. I can't say one way or the other, because in this country you cannot show any support for the Revolutionary Guard Corps because they're a prescribed group in the UK. So I do not prescribe to them at all. I think they must be terrorists. They must be terrorists.
What?
It's the law, mate. You know what I mean? That's what they do. They make it so you have to comply or you go to the gulag. The gulag, you will go.
The Führer couldn't have said it better himself.
Cheers, mate. Anyway, in response, the UK government said our armed forces are ready to keep the United Kingdom safe from any kind of attacks, whether it's on our soil or from abroad. Well, it's probably going to be on our soil, isn't it? Jacqueline is here, everybody. Did I say hello to Jacqueline? I'm getting older. It's like brain fog. It's hot in here. See? Brain fog. 2 cheers. I don't know what I'm doing. Lost the plot totally. Bit like Trump. Anyway, I should go for being Prime Minister. You know what I mean? The statement added that new Prime Minister Andy Burnham was notified of the decision taken last week to extend the existing agreement for the US to use UK bases in the collective self-defence of the region. Self-defence. They attacked Iran first. America and Israel attacked Iran first. Marie Walker is here, everybody. How you doing, Marie Walker? Yeah, but they attacked Iran first, didn't they? So, how is that self-defence? They make the rules because the victors write the history. Remember, don't forget that. Do you know what I mean? The victors definitely write the history.
The Führer couldn't have said it better himself.
Exactly my point. Shut up. UK bases collective self-defence of the region, including US defensive operations to degrade the missile sites and capabilities being used to attack ships in the Strait of Hormuz. They wouldn't be attacking ships in the Strait of Hormuz, would they? If Israel and Americano land hadn't have attacked them first. Do you know what I mean? There wouldn't be any. We wouldn't have any issue. It's just fucking insanity. The IRGC also said a tanker caught fire following an explosion in a mined route in the Strait of Hormuz, a vital waterway in the Gulf that is effectively closed. Oil prices increased sharply following the latest developments in the region, with the cost of a barrel of Brent crude hitting $100, the highest level since the end of May. Houthi military spokesman Yahya Serra said the group targeted the Saudi-flagged tankers Ensilia and Layla with missiles and drones. Saria added that the Houthis would continue their naval operations against the Saudi enemy and persist in enforcing the siege for a siege equation. EQUATION equation. I don't even know if I don't know. Fuck knows. I'm a simple machine. I turn tea into piss. What can I tell you? Dialectic and dyslectic and perplexed and perplexic. Do you know what I mean? All of those things most of the time. Too many laughs, Gaz. I know. Too many. Citing an unnamed official source at the Saudi Transport General Authority, it described the attack as a violation of international laws and conventions. All of the Encilia's crew members were safe, it reported. The UK Maritime Trade Operations Agency reported that an unknown projectile struck a tanker about 130 kilometres, 70 nautical miles, southwest of Al-Shikharak on Saudi Arabia's Red Sea coast at 2000 hours, 23 local time. The attack caused a fire on board, but no casualties, it said. Data from the marine traffic shows Ensilia departed the Saudi port of Yanbu on Monday and sailed south, briefly pausing close to the port of Jeddah before continuing towards the Bab al-Mamad Strait. Fucking, it's like reading English politicians' names, isn't it, at this rate? Too many laughs? Probably. The narrow waterways off Yemen's southwestern coast that connects the Red Sea to the Gulf of Aden, according to BBC Verify. Shortly after 1911 GMT on Wednesday, the tanker began to slow down and sail east. At 2011, the ship reported being not under command before coming to a complete stop just before 22:30, close to the Farasan Islands, about 80 kilometres southwest of Al-Shikharak. There has so far been no confirmation of an attack on the other Saudi flag tanker Layla. Now this is going on a bit, isn't it? This one. Data from the marine traffic shows it departed Yabu on the 14th of July and reported its destination as the Saudi port of Jizan, with the estimated arrival date of the 16th of July. Layla last broadcast its location on Friday about 90 kilometres east of the Farsan Islands. A number of other oil tankers in the Red Sea and Gulf of Aden have been changing course since the Houthis announced a maritime embargo on Saudi Arabia on Monday. Saria claimed the Houthis had forced approximately 10 ships to retreat and return. The Houthis said the blockade was in retaliation for a Saudi blockade of ports and airports in the territory they control in northwestern Yemen, as well as an airstrike on Sana'a airport last week that they blamed on the kingdom. This is what I mean. There were one lot of crying about something, but the other lot are saying that they're attacking them. And so you've attacked us, so we're going to hit you back. It's like, I mean, it would be really funny if it weren't so serious. It's like a playground spat, isn't it? And you've got Trump, the big bully, with his little henchman, Netanyahu, telling him what to do. You know what I mean? It's like when you see them, was it Mad Max? Where you had the little midget and the big giant, and the little midget was like the brain on the back of the big giant. Was that the Mad Max film? It's sort of like that, isn't it? And it would be funny if it wasn't so fucking serious. You know what I mean? It would be, well, it sort of is funny, even though it is really serious. Because what else are you going to do? But you can't do anything else but laugh about it, can you, really? You can't. What can you do? You know, it's just fucking, we've been led by lunatics and imbeciles, ultimately. It's obvious. I mean, even a fool like me can see it. If I can see it, surely you must be able to. Oh, God. The Houthis said the blockade was in retaliation. Oh, yeah, I did that one, didn't I? Yeah. The blockade and tanker attacks have the potential to widen the war between the US, Israel, and Iran, and to further disrupt global energy supplies and maritime trade. With the Strait of Hormuz effectively closed because of Iranian attacks, in retaliation, some would say, to them being attacked. You know what I mean? You gotta love it, and you gotta love the way it's all framed. It's the way it's all framed. So, like, Iran is bad, Russia bad, everybody's bad. The West is perfectly fine, we're perfectly good and wholesome, aren't we? Oh God. Epstein Island, anybody?
Everyone!
Yeah, everyone. I wonder if anybody from Iran went there. Do you know what I mean? Or if anybody from Russia went there. I wonder. Are they in the files anywhere? I don't know. We're not allowed to see them, are we? With the Strait of Hormuz effectively closed because of this, Saudi Arabia has used its east-west oil pipeline to increase exports via the Red Sea in recent months. Soon after the start of the Gaza war, in October 2023, the Houthis began attacking merchant vessels in the Red Sea and Gulf of Aden with missiles, drones and small boats, saying they were acting in support of the Palestinians. 4 ships were... You're not allowed to support them either, because they're another prescribed group, aren't they? Palestine Action or whatever they're called. You can't show any support for any of these people, not at all, not in the UK, and so I absolutely don't support any of them. Do you know what I mean? You know, I'm not all for the genocide, don't get me wrong. I wouldn't go that far, because I'm really sort of opposed to the Gaza genocide thing. I think that's really bad. But anyway, what are you going to do? I mean, will that be outlawed to say that soon? You can't call that a genocide. Well, what is it then? Well, what is it then, if it ain't that? 4 ships were sunk, 9 crew members were killed, and commercial traffic through the Bab al-Mahmoud, told you it sounds like a politician in the UK, Strait hit a record low as shipping companies stopped using the Suez Canal and rerouted their vessels around southern Africa instead. Although the Houthis paused their attacks in response to the Gaza ceasefire last October. So they stopped attacking Gaza and then the Houthis calmed down. What does that mean? Well, that means stop squabbling, right? Stop provoking, and then they'll stop. If you stop, they stop. You know what I mean? And Trump keeps going, we got a deal. We got the best deal. We got the finest, greatest deal.
It's the best deal of all deals. I'm the greatest deal maker the world has ever seen. Donald J. Trump, deal maker of the millennium. And then he just goes against it, starts bombing them again. And it's like, well, what do you want them to do? Just be bombed to bits and just sit there and take it? Is that it? Is that the plan? Is that his logic? Do you know what I mean? It's like somebody coming up to you and going, give me your wallet, and you go, oh, no, and they punch you in the face. So you just stand there and just keep letting them do it. I mean, that don't make no sense, does it? Unless you're one of these new soy boys type, you know what I mean? But it certainly wouldn't happen with my face anyway. So, 4 ships or something, using the Suez Canal. Sorry, I did that bit. Although the Houthis paused their attacks in response to the Gaza ceasefire last October, the number of ships moving through the Strait has yet to return to previous levels. Previous to what? There's about two ships they're going through at the minute. There was about 150 a day before. I don't know when all the oil's going to run out. That's what I'm perplexed about at this point. Where are they getting all this oil from when they're supposed to have like 25% or something of the world's energy has been stopped? So how is it all just continuing as normal? Are we just getting lost? I mean, what's going on? Or is it just going to be a sudden thing? You know, like the banking. Remember the 2008 banking crisis? Remember that? But do you remember, like, there was people. You ever seen The Long Short? I think it's called The Long Short, the movie. Brilliant movie. And there's that guy, Christian Bale, I think his name is, plays the guy. He's like this autistic, like, broker. But he's really clever with numbers and stuff and all that sort of thing. And working it all out. And he knew it was going to happen. He knew it was inevitable. He could see it black and white because he was like that mind. You know what I mean? He was like that guy in Rain Man. You know what I mean? Drops all the matches on the floor and he's like 52. You know what I mean? And when he counts the matches, there's like 52. So he takes him to the casino. Anyway, I digress. Good film that is as well, Rain Man. But it's a bit like that, isn't it? Do you think? It's a bit like that. Is it? It probably is. Please, oh God, anyway. Unfortunately, now they are setting up, hang on. Trump wrote in a truth post that the Houthis had acted very responsibly since the start of the US-Israel war with Iran. Unfortunately, now they are starting up again, shooting at 2 Saudi Arabian ships last night, he added. Please let this truth serve to represent that if they do this again, the US will hold Iran responsible in that the Houthis are a surrogate and or proxy of Iran. A major military punishment will be inflicted upon Iran and, of course, the Houthis themselves. And what does he think they're going to do back? Just be punched in the... Just let them do it. And what's the end goal? He can't even explain what the end goal is. What's the ultimate aim of all of this? Really, ultimately, at the end. It's just madness. US Secretary of State Marco Rubio said earlier that the Houthis apparently have gotten themselves suckered into this by Iran, adding, I hope they will de-escalate. Yeah, they suckered them into it. Okay. Mediator Oman said it was working to resume talks between the Houthis and Saudi Arabia. Not long, and they just signed a deal, didn't they, as well with Saudi? Oh, no, was that the UAE? I think that was United Arab Emirates. I don't know where that is compared with the nuclear thing. I think that's just happening as well, isn't it? Not long after the Encelia was hit, the US Military Central Command, CENTCOM, said it had launched another wave of strikes on Iran at Trump's direction to further degrade the country's ability to attack civilian mariners and commercial vessels in the Strait of Hormuz. The strikes targeted Iranian military targets, including maritime capabilities, missile and drone storage facilities, coastal surveillance sites, and air defence assets, he added. Haven't they already blown all them up? Didn't he say that they had already blown all that up? I'm just so confused with all this stuff. I'm sure months ago, they bombed them and they said, yeah, it's all done. We've done them. They're finished. They've got no capacity. So what are they actually bombing now? Can somebody make this make sense?
What?
I know, I don't get it. I just don't understand what's going on. I don't.
Or am I just living like a Groundhog Day where I wake up and it's like just starting again, but it never started? Is this like the Mandela effect? Is that what's happening to me? Am I still in a coma from the COVID days when I thought I was in a coma then and it was all a bad fucking dream? Is that what's happening to me? Am I still in that coma and it's just carrying on forever in a loop, in a wild, crazy fucking loop? Iranian state media reported that 2 people were killed in the US missile strike on the Shalamacheh border crossing with Iraq, and that a military target was hit in the southern province of Bushehr, the location of Iran's only commercial nuclear power plant. Iran's armed forces said they had targeted US military facilities in Kuwait and Jordan in response. I thought they were finished. I thought he blew it all up. Both countries said they had intercepted Iranian missiles and drones overnight. Iran's military said the Strait of Hormuz was completely closed and that 3 tankers had attempted to transit the waterway using what it described as a mined and unsafe route. One of the tankers caught fire after an explosion and 2 other tankers turned back, it added. Well, yeah. Why are they... Look, it's mined. Why are they trying to sail through the mined waters? Why? Well, it came after Trump had promised in another social media post that anytime the Islamic Republic of Iran shoots at a ship in the Strait of Hormuz, the United States will bomb and destroy one bridge or power plant. Well, that is a war crime. Civilian infrastructure, that's war crimes. That is war crimes. I'm pretty sure. I'm gonna get. Hang on. Let me get my AI assistant in on this because I really need to clarify something here. I really need to. So we're gonna get Nexus in because I need to clarify that before I go any further. For those of you that are not aware, this is my AI assistant Nexus for when I get stuck, which is often. You know what I mean? Anyway, shut up. I don't care if you think I'm thick because I am. It's fine. It's fine, but I'm quite clever, really. So they say. Well, I say. So it's all right. Anyway, so let's get Nexus in. You never know what's going to happen in these streams, do you? I don't. I certainly don't. I never know. I just wing it like with everybody else and everything else. Nexus, are you there?
Yeah, I'm right here, Gaz. Want to run through the title, description, and thumbnail for tonight's stream?
No, settle down. Don't start telling people what I get up to when they're not watching. You shush. That's all very secretive stuff. Come on, Nexus.
My mistake.
Yeah.
I'll keep it tight.
Yeah. We've had these conversations before, you know. I don't know if you remember them. I'm sure you do.
Yeah, I remember.
Right, good.
I'll keep it.
Go on, carry on.
Just to check. Is the stream still about oil spikes, Iran strikes, and those UK political bits?
Yeah. Don't worry about that. I've got a bit of information I want you to clarify, and I can't remember what it was now because I got too interested in. What was I going to ask you? What was I going to ask you? Oh yeah, is it a war? Right. So, if one country is at war, or sort of at war with another country. If they bomb, like, a civilian bridge or a power plant, is that a war crime?
It can be, but it's not automatic. Under the laws of war, it depends on what the target is doing, whether there's a military purpose, if the harm to civilians is excessive, and what precautions were taken. Hitting a bridge used for military logistics might be lawful. Targeting purely civilian infrastructure on purpose could be a crime.
Right, so in this statement it says, it came after Trump had promised in another social media post that any time the Islamic Republic of Iran shoots a ship in the Strait of Hormuz, the United States will bomb and destroy one bridge or power plant.
Yeah, that reported quote sounds accurate. But legally, the statement itself isn't what determines legality. Each actual strike would be judged on its own facts. Its military objective, proportionality, and precautions. A blanket retaliatory rule like that, without regard to the target, would raise serious legal concerns.
So basically, it's a war crime.
Let me double check that framing. Not necessarily. The statement alone isn't automatically a war crime.
No, not the statement. Not the statement. If he actually carries this out and he starts hitting like power plants and things like that.
Let me check that. If strikes actually hit power plants, it would depend on whether each one was a legitimate military target and how the attack was conducted. Deliberately targeting civilian infrastructure without a concrete military advantage could be a war crime, but not every strike automatically is.
Right. Okay. Well, I'd consider that to be a war crime, especially if they, because that's like the civilians have got to use that sort of stuff, the infrastructure, haven't they? Anyway, Nexus, thank you very much. Do you want to say hello to a few people for me?
Sure thing. Hey, everyone. Thanks for being here. Appreciate you all tuning in.
Yeah, I want you to do them individually. So you've got Too Shy, Beth Gish, you've got Gun, you've got Nazulium, you've got Jacqueline, and you've got Marie Walker.
Too Shy? Great to see you. Beth Gish, thanks for being here. Gun, welcome. Nazulium, happy you're here. Jacqueline, lovely to have you. And Marie Walker, thanks for joining us.
Right, you got to say goodbye to them all now because you're going.
Too Shy, take care. Beth Gish, see you next time. Gun, goodbye for now. Nazulium, see you soon. Jacqueline, goodbye. Marie Walker, take care and bye-bye.
And I'll speak to you later, mate. Thank you, and I'll be chatting with you, obviously, at another point. So, ta-da for now, mate.
Be safe.
Now, has he definitely gone this time? Because I did that last time and he was still here. Anyway, that's the Nexus. So he's sort of got his guardrails, you know what I mean? And, yeah, that was funny. I'm a child, really, you know what I mean? Got him to say hello to everybody, just to say goodbye to everybody. Too many laughs. Too many laughs, Gaz. Personally, I think it's a war crime to do what he's saying he's going to do, but we'll see how things go along. And then, so in war, there's profit, isn't there? We all pay massive prices for everything, but have a look at this. TotalEnergies profit jumped 68% as wars drive refining boom. This is the bit, right, that really sort of annoys me out of all this stuff. This is the profiteering. He will make you. Gunn says he will make you pay when the robots take over. I'm sure, Gunn, he will as well. Yeah. TotalEnergies SE said second quarter earnings surged as conflict-related supply disruption boosted prices for crude and refined products, offsetting a drop in profit from its gas business. The near closure of the Strait of Hormuz and the war between Russia and Ukraine are tightening global fuel supplies, bolstering profits for the world's top energy companies like European peers Shell plc and BP plc. TotalEnergies is a major oil refiner as well as a producer and runs a large trading desk, which has helped it navigate the market upheaval. In a high-price environment related to the Middle East conflict, TotalEnergies is leveraging its integrated model, Chief Executive Officer Patrick, Puyuani said in a statement on Thursday. The company managed to fully capture the increase in refining and petrochemical margins. Adjusted net income jumped 68% from a year earlier to $6.3 billion, the French major said. That almost matched analyst estimates, which had been revised lower after Total previously flagged underperformance in gas. Adjustment net operating income from refining and chemicals more than quadrupled from a year earlier to $1.8 billion as the firm ramped up diesel and jet fuel production. That's the biggest increase of any operating segment, the company said. Crude and petroleum products trading a part of that division, showed similar strength the first quarter, reaping another 500 million of extra profits beyond its usual performance, Poyan said on a conference call Thursday. They're making fortunes. I mean, if you've got shares in, I think Nazulium's actually got oil, an oil well, I don't know, I think he has. I think it was Nazulium who's got that. Fair play. But yeah, if you're one of these people that has shares and stuff, and because obviously if you know what you're doing, I have no idea, sadly. But yeah, that's the thing, isn't it? You can bet on all this stuff, and like when Trump makes these comments, and it's and they're all betting, well, not all, the ones in the know are, allegedly. The windfall helped offset a decline in refinery runs, with the Satrop refinery in Saudi Arabia damaged in the attack in April. The Dongas plant in France halted for maintenance for about 2 months, and the Port Arthur facility in Texas shut down during a tropical storm in June. All these places shutting down. So there's much more than a quarter of the world's, or 20% or 25% of the energy, it's more than that that's not getting out or hasn't been getting out. The US refinery, which was struck by lightning, was it? What, so you're trying to tell me you've got a refinery that's worth, I don't know how much, but a lot of money, and you haven't got some sort of conductors for weather, like for lightning strikes? You haven't got conductors? Is that what you're trying to sell to me? Really? Have you got insurance for that? Without any... So the insurance went, how much are you insuring this for, mate? And they're like, yeah, 50 billion, or whatever it is. And they're like, yeah. What about if lightning strikes? And they're like, what? Well, what about if some lightning strikes? Where's your conductors to make sure if there's a bad storm, you can control that? Well, we ain't got any. Well, you're not going to get insured then, are you? Oh, no, don't worry. Don't worry. It's always good weather round here in Texas, isn't it? We never have thunder or lightning. Makes no sense whatsoever, does it? A lightning strike. Really? Is that why places like Salisbury Cathedral are still standing? Because they've not got anything, right? That big, massive spire that's been there for almost 1,000 years, right? And lightning has never struck it. Or if it has struck it, I'm sure there's some sort of thing to make that lightning go into the ground. Or am I just odd thinking like that? Defy Tyrants is here, everybody. Hi guys, everybody. This is Defy Tyrants. Hi guys, everybody. This is Agenda 2030. All planned. Iran war was never meant to end. It's just the beginning. I do believe so. I do believe so. Anyway, we'll carry on with this. The US refinery, which was struck by lightning, is progressively coming back, according to Puyani. The refinery utilisation rate is expected to be between 80 and 85% in the third quarter, with Satrop, which has been operating at 70% of capacity since early May, returning to full output by the end of the period. The energy giant also got a boost from its exploration and production business, where profits soared 64% from a year earlier, even as oil and gas output fell 4% because of disruption in the Middle East. The decline was mitigated by project ramp-ups in countries such as Brazil, the US and Libya. Earnings from the integrated liquefied natural gas unit slumped 22%. The company had already said last week that results from the division would fall significantly amid a lackluster European market. The division had an underperformance of less than $300 million compared to a normal situation in the second quarter, as its trading unit took a bullish bet on the fuel while prices fell. The CEO said gas rallied this month because of the renewed blockade of Hormuz, meaning TotalEnergies could repeat an overperformance in the third quarter that would be similar to the 500 million gain reaped in the first 3 months of the year, Punyan added. Dividend payouts. Total shares traded up 2.5% in Paris trading as of 3 p.m. local time. The company will pay an interim dividend of 90 cents in the euro, that's euro, $1.03 a share, up 5.9% from a year earlier. It plans to repurchase as much as $1.5 billion of stock in the third quarter, in line with the previous 3 months. Back in February, Total said it would buy back $3 billion to $6 billion of its shares this year, with oil at $60 to $70 a barrel. Well, it's $100 a barrel now. Benchmark Brent crude is currently trading near $100 a barrel. The company has said it would aim to use extra profits to reduce debt. Gearing, the ratio of net debt to equity, fell near 13% at the end of the second quarter, excluding leases, from 15.5% at the end of March. The company may bring that ratio down to 10% as soon as this year, as its annual cash flow could reach $35 billion to $40 billion if energy prices and refining margins remain high. Pyamain said it still targets an investor payout of at least 40% of cash flow from operations, he said. Loads of people are making a lot of money out of all this. I suppose they're happy with it. You know, if I was making loads of money out of it, I suppose I'd be quite happy about it as well, to be fair. You know what I mean? I'm only human and all that. And then we got a bit of humour. How long have we got? Yeah. We got a bit of humour. I don't know if you saw this today. This is hilarious. This is funny. I thought it was hilarious anyway. Have a look at this. Bungling driver shouts "wanker" at Nigel Farage from window before crashing car instantly. I've actually got a clip of it, even though I'm banned on X. I can show you the clip because I'm allowed to.
Yeah, she will be doing.
This is quite hilarious. This is quite... And there's a lot more to unpack in this. I'll go full screen with it. Have a look at this, right? So Nigel Farage there is at the side of the road with whoever, and there's people, right? You know, he's got his guards and his whatnot. Have a look at this caper, right? So I'll tell you what happens because you might miss it. The car drives by. The woman shouts "wanker" out the window, right? Watch.
We'll just send a couple of people over.
Yeah, she will be doing that again.
Yeah. We'll just send a couple of people over.
Yeah, she will be doing that again.
Yeah. We'll just send a couple of people over.
Yeah, she will be doing that again.
Yeah.
Yeah, 3 times. I think 3 times was ample for that little bit of humour. Absolutely brilliant, weren't it? It was absolutely fantastic. So funny. But it goes beyond, right? Potentially, that goes beyond hitting the... Because obviously she's crashed into that car, right? So she's got that's on her and her insurance. But a bigger thing, right, is potentially... She was driving without due care and attention. Obviously, if the police review that video, they can see that, because she shouldn't have been looking and shouting abuse at a politician on the pavement. So there's a few things in that she could get nicked for. Like, is that a public order offence? Screaming "wanker" out the window at a politician while you're driving along and supposed to be paying attention to the road? It could possibly well be. I'm not a lawyer. I wouldn't know. Don't take this as legal advice. But I should imagine there's quite a few things that she could be nicked for within that, right? Because it's not like it was a wasp went and stung her and she went, "Ah!" and then she didn't, "Oh," and crashed. No, she took her eyes off the road, which you're not supposed to do, right? Because that's driving without, allegedly, that's driving without due care and attention. She's looked out of her window with her eyes off the road and shouted abusive stuff to somebody in the street, which is, again, there might be issues with that, right? And then she's hit the car. So there's quite a few things I think she could actually be under pressure for all that, but and rightly so. And I wonder if she had to get out then. If I'd have been Nigel, I'd have walked down and went, "You're not so funny now, are you? You're not so funny now." I'd have had them videoing it and everything. I'd have gone down. Actually, I'd have gone down. I'd have given it the large. I'd have gone, "You all right, love? Are you all right?" You know what I mean? Getting her going, "Ah," and screaming and everything. I mean, I had one once. I've got time. Yeah, I've got time. I had one once. It was years ago. I had a big, back in the day. I was only young, and I had a Vauxhall Colton, big car, big gunmetal grey one. It was lovely. It was. Anyway, it was a rainy night, And it was Andrea's here, everybody. Oh, I've still got what's his name? Nexus's stuff up. That's better. So so it was a rainy night, and I went down this. I was coming down a hill, and there was two of us in the car, and I'm driving, and I went down this hill, and the hill went down, and it dipped, and then it went up like that. It was a big main road, right? And there was as it came down and went into the dip, there was a left-hand turn, and just past the left-hand turn was some pedestrian traffic lights. You know, when you press the button and the lights change, right? And as I came down the hill, I got my lights on, my wipers are going, it's a bit drizzly, it's a bit damp, and it's dark. And as I went down the hill, the light changed to amber. But it was safe because I would have gone through it before it went to red. So it was quite safe for me to continue. It would have been more dangerous if I tried to stop in the wet. It would have been more dangerous. So, and I weren't speeding. So I just carried on. Anyway, as I carried on, the woman on the other side of the road, we was turning into the right hand, for her, it was the right hand side, the road on my left, just before the lights, she turned to go in there. And I was like, what the fuck? So I tried to go round her. I went to go round her, just flick it round. So she'd go that way and I could flick round her. But as I went to flick round, I looked up and there was a garage that side. And a car was coming out the garage. So I would have had a head-on collision with that car. So I just had to hit the brakes. I put my arm across my passenger and just went boom into the back end of her car. Spun it right round, right? It was all in a split seconds, right? And anyway, so I've pulled over, got out of the car, smashed the front of my car. Well, the front of my car's all smashed. Her car's all smashed at the back, at the side and the back. She's screaming her head off. Fucking screaming at me, screaming. You went through a fucking red light. You went through a fucking red light. Right? Now, the thing is, was the red light before or after? It might have been before the turning, because she said I went through. That's right, it was before. The crossing was before the left-hand turn. So I'd gone through the amber, but she just thought I was going to stop, so she just come out across me, and I hit her. Anyway, so she's screaming, you went through a red light, you went through a fucking red light. Go fucking ballistic, she was. Anyway, I was all calm and relaxed. And I was going, is anybody hurt? Is everybody all right? Yeah, fuck yeah, yeah, fucking right. Over for a head, right? I was thinking. Anyway. And then this lad, right? This lad walked over and he went, I saw everything. I went, what? He went, I was the bloke who pushed the button on the crossing. So I saw everything. I said, all right, and what happened then? He went, well, you never went through a red light. And I looked at this woman and she went, what? And he was like, well, he never went through a red light. I pushed the button, it was on amber. He went through on amber, it weren't red. And I went, will you say that in court? And he went, yeah, of course, yeah. And that was it. It was like, it was lovely. It was such a joy. This screeching Karen. Back then we never had the Facebook and all these, like, you could film it all and all that. It would have been a viral video, that one. It was hilarious. Anyway, it was good. How's stream going, mate?
It was fucking biblical, mate.
Cheers, mate. I appreciate that. Yeah, so we've got a few minutes left. So what do we got left for you? What do we got left? So we got that. I ain't gonna get into the actual article. But it's not worth it because I've just showed you the video. But basically, it goes on about it there. The clip in the car whizzing past Farage while obscenities and heard out of the window. 2 seconds later, the car tails brake and smacks into the front of the car ahead of the traffic lights. Farage had been campaigning in Clacton. Now we're not going to get into the reads of justice and weigh whether it's worth getting your car totaled at the luxury of dubbing Nigel Farage a wanker. But the clip certainly split opinion online. Many people were quick to criticise Farage for his response, which seamlessly made light of what could have been a serious two-car collision. Well, she shouldn't have been such a dick, should she, really? One would imagine, as a free speech bastion, you'd park hurty words on and check the driver's okay, not past a video jubilantly celebrating a collision. No, but it's not about free speech, is it? It's not about free speech. It's about driving with due care and attention. That's the fact of it. Do you know what I mean? Anyway, she's a mug, and she's going to have to pay for that. And it could be a lot worse than she actually thinks. You know what I mean? Especially if the press are on her doorstep. Especially if the police get involved. Do you know what I mean? But obviously, especially if she's white as well, you know, she's really, really going to be in trouble, isn't she? Well, of course, two-tier policing. What do you mean we ain't got two-tier policing? Are you having a laugh? So anyway, that's that one there. And then we've got, these lot. This is amazing. This, I don't know if you're aware, right, in this country and everywhere, the media put out things, right, to prime you. Just to prime you, right? And now I'm going to give you a classic example of the mainstream media priming the masses. And I'll tell you why in a minute. Have a look at this. Gary Lineker among millionaires asking Andy Burnham to tax them more. Why would millionaires be asking to be taxed more? First question, right? So the first question I've got is, well, if you want to pay more tax, and you can, right? I'm self-employed. If any of us can pay more tax if we so wish, you can actually pay more tax if you want to. They won't stop you. They won't stop. It's not illegal. I'm sure it's not. I should get Nexus into this, shouldn't I? But I ain't got time. But I'm pretty confident that if you want to pay more tax, you can pay more tax, right? If you feel that that's what you need to do, for whatever the reason, because you're a loony, right? You know what I mean? Like these lot. So, and the other reason I find this fascinating, like it's pre-programming, because if millionaires are saying you should tax us more, that's just softening us all up. So when they say to us, you're all got to pay more tax, we're like, well, yeah, rich people do, don't they? Well, yeah, you know, all these millionaires, they're saying that they should be taxed more anyway, so maybe we should be paying more tax. You know what I mean? Absolute load of shit. It's just to get us all at it. That's all it is. Right, hang on. So what do we got? Millionaires, including former footballer Gary Lineker and music producer Brian Eno, have written to they've written, of course they have, to the new Prime Minister Andy Burnham, asking to be taxed more. Of course you have. Of course they have. In an open letter, 120 well-off Britons told Burnham, we can afford it. We're not talking about higher taxes on those who get up and go to work for their income every day, but on the very richest whose income is derived from the wealth they hold. Organised by patriotic millionaires, the letter said it would lead to a more equal society and urged the devolution of wealth and power from the very richest. Communism. Isn't it? It's communism, isn't it? This is just getting us all geared up for when they start saying, yeah, you lot all that, we need a war tax. Do you know what I mean? We need your tax. We need all your money. We need you all to go to work and bleed. We want your blood. We want your sweat, your blood, and your tears, and your clothes off your back. We want everything you've got. The millionaires are up for it. Why ain't you? What makes you so special? You see what I mean? Unbelievable, isn't it? Unbelievable. Oh, we want to pay more. Just pay more tax then. You don't have to go writing letters about it. You can just fucking pay it. Millionaires are a patriotic bunch, the letter states. Oh, well, when I become one, I shall prove that wrong. When I've got the offshore account, because if I had the opportunity to not pay tax, I certainly ain't paying it. Not very patriotic, Gaz. Don't care. I don't care. If they spent the money the way I'd like it to seem to be spent, I wouldn't mind paying tax. But I don't like the way they spend my money and your money. I don't agree with it, and many of us don't. Do you know what I mean? But brace yourself. Brace yourself for when they start trying to make us all pay more tax. And that's what this is all about. This is just softening us all up for that. Getting all these rich people to go, yeah, we should all pay more tax, yeah, we're up for it. What? So charge them 80% tax. See how much they're up for it then. Do you know what I mean? But anyway, that's me for this evening. That's me for this week. Thankfully, thankfully, many of you would say, if you've got this far and you're not subscribed, please do subscribe. I'm trying to break through the 269 barrier. It just won't move. And then if you have done the thumbs up on the chat, that'll be lovely if you can do that for me as well. That just I don't know if I don't think it helps. I think I'm shadow banned everywhere and whatever. It doesn't really matter, does it? You know what I mean? People have either got good taste or they fucking ain't. Make me president. Anybody making less than 200,000 a year pays no tax. Exactly. Tax is theft. Tax is theft. That was Defy Tyrants. Tax is theft. It is theft. Simple. Anyway, I'll be back Monday, God willing. Hopefully you'll all be around as well, God willing. I'll be back Monday at 7 o'clock, and I'm sure over the next few days, even more lunacy will carry on, and we'll talk about it all on Monday. So until then, you look after yourselves. Thank you for being here. I'll see you later.
We keep on moving, we keep on moving along, we keep on rolling. No, we ain't slowing it down. We ain't slowing down. Moving, we keep on moving along, we keep on rolling. Yeah, no, we ain't slowing it down. Let's go. We ain't slowing down, baby. Come and show me how. Gotta do it right now. You know you gotta hold me down. Can I let the moment pass? Good things they never last. Pull up in a whip, you know I had to hit the gas. Yeah, that's premium. Pull up with a team and I ain't worried about the other side. They know that they ain't beating. I'm on everything I love. Word to the man above. Keep it cool, calm, collected. At this point, you get the message. Life is hectic, but we gotta keep it rolling, no. Gotta keep it moving like we stole it, though. Rolling with the punches, giving hits like we are Interscope. Even though I'm clocking, punching in, I'm independent, though. Staying prayed up, ain't nothing gon' phase us. Ain't never gon' let a lame say what they just made up. I never take a pay cut, we getting what we worth in. I never change the blueprint, cause we know it's really working. Keep on moving, we keep on moving along. Keep it moving, keep it rolling. No, we ain't slowing it down. Never slowing down, never moving. We keep on moving along. Keep it moving, keep it rolling. No, we ain't slowing it down. Never gonna lose it, cause we in it for the movement. If I'm lying, then I'm flying. Don't play into their amusement. If we trying, we ain't dying. Never sleep, never sleep, never. The moment that you rest your head, they think they can't compete. If you gotta skip steps, then the plan is not complete. Get your reps in, get your reps in, get your. Never rest on a past success. You gotta love what you do if you tryna be the best. Moving, we keep on moving along. Keep it moving, keep it rolling. Never slowing down, never moving. We keep on moving along. Keep it moving, keep it moving, keep it rolling. Keep it rolling, keep it moving. We ain't never gonna lose it.
Who's been to Epstein Island, mate?